Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have for you another episode of Old School Shoots, continuing on our little series on the Rings Height Light Heavyweight Tournament of 1996. Today we have Lee Hasdell taking on Man of Rings, man who was too short, but who Akira Maeda admired his fighting spirit, Masayuki Naruse. Important notes on the other two fights for the first round. Chris Hazeman versus Sean McCauley never happened. And Alexander Otsuka was brought in as a late replacement. And I've actually already done that video. That's the one where Hazeman knees Otsuka right in the eyebrow. And his whole eye sort of unfolds and comes off. It's fucked. And then the other one is Wataru Sataka taking on some dude from Russia. And I'm just unconvinced by that one. I think that one's a work. So, of the opening round, there are 2 shoots, 1 no fight, and 1 work. And this is the second of our shoots. It's Lee Hasdell taking on Masayuki Naruse. Lee Hasdell, I believe this is his first showing up on Old School Shoots, so what do we know about him? Originally a kickboxer, showed up on a Seito Kaiken K1 co-promotion show, saw Sogo Kaktogi, and got really interested in that, and then decided to come down and learn from the Rings guys. Very much an early name in British MMA, like a serious pioneer. Eventually got into Kudo Daidojuku. I've done a little bit of reading about him. Pretty cool dude. And according to Hazeman, that one time I talked to him, 7 years ago now? And then never could release the audio. Lee and Chris were good friends and sort of would joke that they were the gatekeepers. If someone was to be brought into Rings, they'd have to get through either Chris or Lee. And here we are, boys, trading kicks. Inside low. Before this, I believe Lee had showed up on some of the Free Fight Gala cards. Probably the 1996 one. Nice low kick there from Naruse. Counters the entry from Hasdell. Eats a low kick of his own. Shoots a really bad takedown and ends up on the bottom of mount. Naruse, how confident are you in your bottom game that you can just pull the bottom of mount like that? My god. Got sprawled on completely. Important news. I have the Gentleman's Combatives cat upon my chest. Oh, nice. Hip escape there. Catches up half guard. Catches up guard. Good shrimping from Masayuki Naruse. The cat is trying to escape. He is forbidden. It is cuddle time. Hasdell grinding his elbows into Naruse's thighs. And the fellas are standing up. Alright, the cat is definitely escaping. Apologies if there's any noises here. Get out of here, cat. Oh, nice low kick and counter hook there from Hasdell. Low kick. Spinning pin pan from Naruse. Nice right hand too. Catches the double leg. Hasdell working the guillotine. Naruse works out that's probably something he should actually think about. 10-finger guillotine briefly there from Hasdell. Naruse doing his best to get his head out of there, finding the hands. Cheating a little bit, sort of scooching underneath the ropes. Getting the break without necessarily burning the rope escape. Always good when you know a rule set better than your opponent to abuse said rule set. Nice low kick from Hasdell. Nice low kick back. Caught him right on the side of the knee there. Naruse pulls his leg back out of the way, giving up a little bit of size to Hasdell. I believe the top of the weight limit's like 95 kilos or something. Like, it's not exactly light. And both Naruse and Sakataka, and I think Minoru Tanaka are probably the lightest of the guys in the whole tournament. With Hasdell and Hazeman being the large fellas. Nice! Ooh, palm strikes there from Hasdell. Definitely lighting up Naruse. Pulling the bottom of mount yet again. What are you doing? Alright, Naruse working here. posting on the hip. Gonna hip escape away and try and catch the foot. Hasdell kicking back and grapevine the legs to keep his mount. Ooh, nice. Good leg dexterity by Naruse to get that hip escape and get his guard back. Can he do anything with it? Works the hip escapes. Hasdell goes, nap, stand up. Alright, here we go. Both guys looking to sharpshoot here. Neither of them like getting in and sort of hammering or pressuring. Both sort of standing on the outside and probing. Backing out when they throw something in. And fixing wedgies there if you're Naruse. Palm strike from Hasdell. Body punch from Naruse. Gets the body lock. Will he actually get a decent takedown this time? Pulls mount again. Hasdell just shutting him down. Hip escape again. Half guard. Lazy, very flat half guard. Don't want to be flat like this. As a man who gets flattened out on the bottom of the half guard all the time. Not where you want to be. Pushing away on the face. Gave up on the underhook, which is interesting. Maybe he's just trying to create space. He has gotten himself up on his side, which is good, but he's going to get flattened back out again because Hasdell's got the underhook on the half guard side. Hasdell trying to slice through with his knee. Nice. Manages to get a pass around to side control. Gets past the post of Naruse. Digging in the forearm choke. Very nice. Levering up the shoulder. Naruse trying to kick up for the TK scissors. Pushing away on the throat of Lee Hasdell. Remember that time a UFC heavyweight got choked out by a forearm choke in like 2024? That was wild. If ever you want to think that the sport of mixed martial arts is in the dirt, just look at that as an example. Nice hip escape there from Naruse. Oh, goes under. Comes out on top. Very nice escape. Tries one way, gets shut down, goes back the other way, comes out on top of north-south. The freaky mount. Shout out to the most dangerous man alive today. It has been a while since we've talked, and I hope he's doing well. I hope his kids would be grown up. They'd stop interrupting the streams these days. Alright, elbow in the guts from Naruse, trying to get something going. Kicking up underneath. Hasdell hips away, gets shut down again by Naruse, scoops in between. Ooh, and mount from Masayuki Naruse. Turns Hasdell away from the ropes, scooches him back to the middle of the ring. Love seeing that. Love it in a shoot wrestling context. Seeing dudes scooch. Fists in the throat there. Tries to kick off for the armbar. Catches front headlock as Hasdell sits up. Shuts him back down. Puts him back on the bottom of half guard. Really lax refereeing here. It's this Shimada? Not like Shimada at all. Normally you'd have these guys stood up about 6 times by now. He's really letting it go on the ground. Probably because Lee Hasdell is a former kickboxer. And they want to give Masayuki Naruse the best chance of winning the match. Alright. Hasdell. Kipping to the ropes. Naruse going to Z-mount. Trying to do something with it. Kicks into the armbar. Actual armbar attack. Oh, gets the arm straight. Hasdell manages to roll through. Very nice. Good escape there from Lee. He puts his finger up. Signals to the crowd. No wonder Maida likes this guy. Back to the elbows in the thighs. Very old school. Very white belt on your first day. Oh, sorry. Kataba's standing on his tail. He's looking at me all offended. How dare I move his seat around by talking. Hasdell trying to get something going in the guard of Naruse here. Really doing the Home Alone defense. Keeping his arms tight. And backs all the way out. And look, Naruse not happy. Alright, refs, Sills, stand him up. Fight! Low kick, nice. Body punches there from Naruse. And a nice palm strike to the head there from Hasdell. Trade of low kicks there, right in the shins. Ducks the high kick. Shoots in, gets the single leg. Very nice, Naruse. Not sure what to call that single leg, where you've got one leg and then you use your other foot, like, all the way around, your outside foot, to trip the other leg. It's cool, I like doing it, but it is, you gotta commit fully, because otherwise you end up eating shit and getting sprawled on. See what Hasdell's guard looks like. He's trying to kick up for a triangle here. Interesting. They obviously gave Lee the gear that they had in the back because his kick pads look a bit worse for wear, and the knee pads have got the Trace logo on them. Not quite Rings Holland guys in the taped up karate ones. Whoop! Sits back into the leg lock. Nice. Lovely. Well done, Lee. Gets his weight on the foot, gets out of that particular leg lock fight, gets back on, gets on top. Nice work, Lee Hasdell. Good work escaping that. I'm told that doesn't work anymore. I'll believe that when I see it. I've got to get back into training. Been pro wrestling too much, and I'm going to slow down on that. But that old school, well, I'm going to say old school defense. The classic defense of getting weight on the attack leg and fighting the bind or the leg, like the entanglement on your legs. A solid defense, and applied here by Lee Hasdell. But I'm told that people will just sweep you now, and I'll believe that if it happens. Alright, grinding the... Both of these guys going for the fists in the collarbones approach to creating openings. Hasdell back to mount, levering in the forearm choke, gripping on the collarbone and then sliding his own thing in here. Good meanness, good catch wrestling meanness. Speaking of catch wrestling in England, Bloodsport's going to London soon, which is very exciting. And lots of dudes on there that aren't Fed wrestlers, which I love seeing. A lot of your sort of British shooters, which is good to see. As much as having the occasional WWE guy, on Bloodsport is, good to get in the eyeballs of the casual crowd. I don't want it to become just a showcase for the guys who aren't busy on WrestleMania weekend. Ooh, triangle from Lee Hasdell here. You really going to get that, my fella? You might. He's getting stacked up in the corner here. Yeah, he needed to run his shoulders away. Had to give up, back to guard. Anyway, look, my preferences for what Bloodsport are not necessarily Josh's preferences for what Bloodsport are, and, I'll continue to sook that it's not perfect U-style, but I understand that it's not supposed to be. It's not for me. It's for, the GCW crowd. It's for the modern wrestling crowd, not for, us 300 dorks that are mad into shoot. There'll be our little treat, There's always the Matt Mikowski match, or the Bushido event, or even this London event. This one looks like it'll be a good look for us, but we can't expect Josh to put on perfect U style. Because, oh! The Pimp Hand strikes again. Spinning backhand, the Naruse special. But shoots, goes for the guillotine. Naruse scoots his butt outside of the ring to avoid burning the rope escape again. But yeah, that one's not for the shoot style freaks. Oh, very nice! Reverse Yanagi down into North-South, catches the North-South choke. The Hanato Laranja special. On the tap! Gets it. That was a really nice takedown. Can we have a look at that one again? Please, replay, man. I believe that's Namakawa in there with the ice pack. And our winner, after 12:58, Masayuki Naruse. I'm waiting. Oh, and there's Maurice Smith giving him a high five. I believe Maurice Smith is later on this card. Alright, give us a look. Let me see the cool throw. I didn't even show the throw. Just straight into the North-South choke. But very nice, very tight. And you can see Hasdell doing his best to get out of there. All right, thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we have for you today. And we'll be back next, at some point in the very near future with the next round, which is the semi-finals, which is Naruse taking on Wataru Sakata and Chris Hazeman taking on Minoru Tanaka. All right, thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I shall see you all next time.